back to the Doug Stewart Show. What's today's date? January 10th, 2016. This is a Tribute Tuesday. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, man, thank you for tuning in. I got to kind of apologize. So whenever I drink like a fish, and listen, it wasn't bad. I chased it with a lot of water last night. But whenever I drink like a fish, man, and I'm out late in the night in that cold air as well, man, my voice kind of leaves me a little bit. So, I mean, it's not that bad today, but I'm struggling a little bit. But we're going to make it through it, man. I'm going to make it through today's show because what I am is a professional. That's what I am. Right. Oh, man, it was a great look last night. Fantastic game. Watched the game in, like, this little clubhouse for this apartment complex, and they had a pool table in there. Your boy ran the table pretty much all night. Well, not really. I won 3 out of 4 games, lost the last game, scratched on 8 ball, but I still can push a good stick. Not only did I realize that I could still push a good stick on that pool table, but the Clemson Tigers won it all last night. Yes, sir. Yeah. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I mentioned it earlier. Today we're kind of paying tribute to the great George Clinton. George Clinton, born July 22nd, 1941, is an American singer-songwriter, band leader, and record producer. He was the principal architect of P-Funk and the mastermind of the bands Parliament and Funkadelic during the 1970s and early 1980s. He launched a solo career in 1981. He has been cited as one of the foremost innovators of funk music, along with James Brown and Sly Stone. He was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997, along with 15 other members of Parliament Funkadelic. Today, we pay tribute to the great George Clinton. Okay, so I got a couple of George Clinton stories before we get back to this national championship game. I got a couple of George Clinton stories, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I got one. I don't even know if I should tell the other one. But so y'all know George Clinton's got that song, Atomic Dog, which is kind of like the theme song for the Qs ever since it came out, I guess like in the early 70s or whatever. And he came to Atlanta and performed at, what's the name of the park downtown? The Olympic Park, whatever the Olympic Park name is. And I'm drawing a blank for what it is right now. So he performed downtown. This is probably like 2003, 2004, Centennial Olympic Park, okay? And so he performed at Centennial Olympic Park, and somehow or another, that's when me and my brother were really cooking. The stews were, doing good, and sugar was falling from the sky. And so, this was a big thing. We actually had like a live remote out there. I don't think we broadcasted live, but we had like a booth set up. The radio station had a booth set up, and we were out there all day long. And it was a big thing because it's George Clinton. It's Atomic Dog. I mean, you've been to a party before, and you heard Atomic Dog come on, and you hear, see what the Qs do, and we absolutely lose it. So, we thought that we'd go out here, and when they did Atomic Dog, that we set a little hop. We had a little hop set out that we were going to do in our little booth. So near the end of the show, one of George Clinton's representatives comes to the tent where me and my brother were at and was like, George is about to perform Atomic Dog. He would like to know. He's seen you guys before on TV or whatever. We had already had the TV show. And George would like to invite you guys on stage to set out a hop to Atomic Dog. What? You gotta be freaking kidding me. What? Yes. Mr. Clinton would like you to join him on stage for his rendition of Atomic Dog, whereas you guys can, as you call it, set out a hop. Nigga, what did you say? What did you say? Oh, hell yeah, let's go. And we went up there, man, and Atomic Dog came out. I swear, there's got to be some video footage out there. And this had to be during the time where this was kind of like 2003, 2004 maybe. And so everybody didn't have a cell phone with a camera on it like they do now. But there has to be some video out there. When I tell you we set out a hop like it was the last hop we were going to set out in our life, it was an incredible, incredible experience. What did you say? You're damn right we'll go out there and set out a hop. Oh, man, and we went out there and we set it out. I mean, we set it out. I didn't have on a belt. My pants kept falling down. And you know them Stewart boys, we sweat immensely. I mean, I was sweating so hard, like my whole body locked up. I was stepping so hard, like, my gosh, I'm on stage with George Clinton. Like every Q, one of his bucket list things for every Q, every Omega in this country is to step on stage with George Clinton as he performs Atomic Dog. And me and my brother did it. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougsstewartshow.com. Man, Clemson won on Monday after being down by 14 points at the beginning of the game. Alabama, man, once again, jumped on top of them real quick in the first half. Clemson didn't have a real effective running game, as I mentioned earlier. 91 yards on 42 carries. Did you hear that? They really tried. Dabo really tried to stick with the run and come in, continue with the game plan that they came in with. Early in this game, and I kept saying a couple things really alarmed me about this game early. One was the fact that they continued to stay with the run, and at the end of the day, I guess they knew what they were doing because they're the coaches. So I guess you had to continue trying to run the ball, showing that Alabama that you would run the ball so that it would open up the pass later. It seemed like, and I was watching the game with a former Clemson player, my man Mitch Belton. He played, he didn't play on the national championship team. He played like in the mid-'80s. So I was watching the game with Mitch. He was at this little party I was at, and he kept saying, man, they got to be setting them up for something else. And I think we saw that in the second half. They set them up by showing that they would run the ball with Gallman, even though it wasn't that effective, to kind of loosen up that secondary. And the other thing that I had a real problem with in the first half, man, is how they didn't have 9 in the box. Like, it just seems simple to me. You got to stop Bo Scarborough. You got to make Jalen Hurts beat you by passing the football. So they had out, like, you know, these nickel defenses, and they seemed like that they were really concentrating on stopping the pass from Ridley and Soward and those guys, man. But they were just going to stuff the ball down Clemson's throat all night long, Alabama, with Bo Scarborough. So I was like, man, I don't understand why they just don't put 9 in the box and make this 18-year-old kid beat you passing the ball. And ultimately, that's what happened in the second half. Clemson's defense came up to play, and they got that offense going, man, and they made it happen. Yes, sir. Clemson won this game. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Clemson won this game despite losing the turnover battle 2-0. That means your national champion, ladies and gentlemen, finished -1 in the turnover margin. Jalen Hurts, man, completed 13 of 31 passes for 131 yards. Once again, he's a rookie. He's a freshman. 68 of them on the one touchdown pass to O.J. Soward on kind of like the the bomb touchdown that went down the field. So let's look at that one more time. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. He only completed 13 of 31 passes for 131 yards. 68 of them came on the touchdown pass to O.J. Howard. So, in effect, I mean, it came to fruition last night. An 18-year-old kid, man, as great as he played this year, once again, the future is very bright. I mean, I hate to say it, but chances are they're probably going to win a championship or two with this Jalen Hurts kid, but not last night. Just too much veteran leadership, too many big-time players, too many good players on offense and defense last night for a freshman to come in there and win a national championship over that Clemson Tiger team. Praise his holy name. Yeah. 35 years ago, man, I mentioned this earlier. Homer Jordan threw a touchdown pass to receiver Perry Tuttle, and Clemson won his first national championship in the Orange Bowl over Nebraska. This past evening, man, on Monday morning, the College Football Hall of Fame announced that the coach of Clemson back then, Danny Ford, man, is going to be one of its newest members, which is a very interesting connection. Danny Ford, the beloved coach of the Clemson Tigers back in the day, basically fired, reprimanded by the NCAA for recruiting violations, some fuzzy type of story on how he was relieved of his duty. But he is so beloved in the state of South Carolina, man, and it just is funny. It's ironic that this coming Monday he's going to be nominated to the College Football Hall of Fame, man. So everything's come full circle, man. Danny Ford, Dabo Swinney, Deshaun Watson, Homer Jordan, Perry Tuttle, Mike Williams, and the Clemson Tigers are the national champions in 2016-17 season. Yeah. And, man, I got to be honest with you. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm going to read some of your chat here when we get back from the break. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling damn good. Yes. Yes. That was alcohol day last night. Yes. I'm a lush. That may be true. I'm a lush. I was alcohol dead, and I got a headache right now in the back of my head. I feel like somebody hit me with a 2x4, but that's okay. I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling great, you know. Well, you're not really a Clemson fan. I'm a fan of any team from the state of South Carolina. Clemson wins a national championship, I win a national championship. Wofford wins a national championship, I win a national championship. The Citadel wins a national championship, I win a national championship. The College of Charleston wins a national championship, I win a national championship. South Carolina State, Benedict, Claflin, we all win national championships if a team from South Carolina wins a national championship. Back in 3 minutes. Yes, sir. Feeling good.